And we're live.
Yeah. My dad's got an 870 that's just full choke. You know, it's just a full choke. I think a lot of tactical shotguns are probably that way. Although a lot of them come with like the ability to put compensators and stuff, and that's really the main reason there's a screw-on thing at the end of the barrel.
Would you know what mine is? That Marine 870?
I would almost guarantee that if it doesn't have insertable chokes, then it's a full.
Which is
and
the
it'll
smallest
say on the
one or the biggest? Yeah, smallest one.
Smallest one.
It's
tightest.
It's the tightest standard one. Like there are turkey chokes that screw into the barrel, but then extend out of the barrel so that they can go even tighter, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
I see.
So a full,
you just really want to fuck that turkey up.
You want to shoot the tightest possible pattern imaginable to get the most range before, again, the pattern starts disintegrating to the part where a turkey's head would perhaps not get struck. You're shooting those guys in the head.
Is that where you? I've never gone turkey hunting. I don't.
If I go turkey hunting,
stupid.
He'll get shot where he gets shot, and he won't pitch a fit.
Turkey hunting is so dumb.
Don't you?
What makes turkey hunting dumber than any other hunting?
So, all right, the prize, first of all, is a worthless bird. Like in my opinion, this is
You
my
can fry that up.
You can't. They taste awful. Like the turkey that we all eat for Thanksgiving is nothing like a wild turkey. It's like comparing a rat to a suckling pig. Like one of them is this stringy thing that was just barely surviving in the outside world, and the other is this like thing bred to be juicy and fat and marbled and tasty.
Yeah, broken legs before it can even stand because it's got so
turkeys
much
don't do that,
goodness.
but chickens do. So it's terrible for eating, first of all. And then the other thing, like the prize, the part that you would mount or stuff is really the wings. Sometimes the spurs. I've seen people keep those, like the little claws they have.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the feet. And when you ask somebody will be like, yeah, I got a turkey. It had a 4-inch beard. And I'm just like, who fucking cares how long? And they're talking about that goofy shit that hangs under their chins. I'm like, who fucking cares how long your turkey's beard was?
I wouldn't, if you told me that, if I just heard that information, the turkey beard is 4 inches long. I wouldn't know if that was like a really bad, weak turkey or a really good turkey.
I don't know.
As a non-hunter, that's how I feel about almost all the kill. My deer's horns had this many points on it. And I'm
but the deer you get.
Let me tell you why it's different.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah.
So the reason it's different is because for a buck deer, a male deer, to have a large rack, like a lot of antlers, takes many years. Deer get smarter by a factor of 10 every year they're alive. Just not only because of the experience, but just like this was just the reason this deer is 5 years old is because he was smart when he was 1 year old. If that makes sense. Like this has always been a wily deer, and he had good genetics. That's why he is this big. The reason no one has shot him is because he's sneaky. See, deer can get lazy, and what they'll do is they'll stay out a little bit too long when the sun comes up, or they'll leave a little too early before the sun goes down. And this increases their exposure to predators and most of all to hunters, because we hunt in the mornings and the evenings. These smart deer don't do that. Like they're more wily. They pay more attention to their sense of smell. They're looking around, always scanning. It's a smarter, harder to kill deer, and that's why it looks big and impressive and has all those points, and the points are extra wide and all that stuff. There's plenty of dumb fucking deer, and I've killed them. Are
you allowed to night hunt?
No, absolutely not. You get in a lot of trouble for doing that. Like more than you can imagine. Like they'll take
night hunt. I thought you were talking about
it's like one step away from home invasion.
It's one dude. All right.
So I thought throw a thermal on and it's kind of safe. If it's dark, maybe you can't tell me from a deer. But based on my video game experience, if you have a thermal scope, you can easily tell the difference between me and
absolutely you can. So if you were to what people do is they use spotlights, because the deer in headlights, right? You've heard that. They freeze. They're like, hey, what the fuck is that? I can't see anything. What's going on right now? I don't understand. Bam. If you get caught doing that, they take your rifle, they take your truck, they take anything that was used in the commission of that crime of killing that deer. Then they hit you with this crazy
Kyle,
fine.
you want us to believe you got here by this dumbass unicycle? Yeah.
Yeah, they take everything you had with you when you committed the crime, and they find the fuck out of you, like $5,000-$10,000, crazy shit like that.
That's not very sporting to kill deer.
No, I would never do that
with a thermal.
Oh, I'm talking about with a spotlight.
Well, yeah, they're both, but like we're going into that conflict with levels of technology they literally can't comprehend, and now we're stealing the darkness from them. Their only friend. That's not fair.
You already they already brought a fucking horns to a gunfight. When you add the thermals to it, it's pretty.
Woody's out there with a thermal scope. Yeah, I got one. It's a 0-point bipedal deer, I think.
Very rare. You hear him vocalizing, almost sounded like screams.
Yeah, he's a wily one.
Got to put him out of his mystery.
Yeah. So like, I don't know. I was really into deer hunting, but I went the other way by the end. Like you're talking about thermals and stuff like that. Like I got rid of the gun by the end and used a bow.
I didn't know that wild turkeys apparently didn't taste good, because like pheasant tastes good, dove tastes good, quail tastes good.
Dove is really good.
Yeah. Very, very little meat on those fellas. But you can just pop them. Like just
I literally like
what does that mean?
You just like you can pop the breast area out of them super easy because it's a bird, and then you just grab the breast meat and rip it out. It takes zero time.
I don't think Taylor could beat a quail in a fight.
I could take a dozen quails as long as it's one at a time.
Like a Ziploc bag is more resilient than the skin of a dove. Like it's like cellophane. It literally is like cellophane. So like we had like 100 of them that we killed one day, and so 100 doves in a pile, and we're pulling the breasts out of all of them and throwing them into like a bucket of water to be washed and then trimmed a bit and then cooked. And after a while, you're just grabbing the bird with its breast turned up and like reaching in, grabbing the breast through the skin and just tearing it out of the animal.
Temple of Doom shit.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. You're going full Temple of Doom.
Toss the rest of the bird away because there's nothing.
Kalima.
That's required every time you do that.
Yes. It got old after a while, but I wasn't going to stop. But we would cook those, but you would take a little bit of cream cheese. So the breast is like, it's two breasts like this. And so we'd put cream cheese in the middle, fold them together, wrap a strip of bacon around it, and then take a toothpick that had already been driven through like a slice of jalapeno and put that through the whole thing to like secure it, in its folded nature and the bacon on there. And then you throw those on a grill. They were so good.
This is
and they're small, so you could eat like a dozen.
This is Oh, that's where I was headed. This is dove we're talking about.
Yeah.
You're having lunch. It's a normal lunch, not how many can you eat. How many you want?
8.
Oh, okay. So it takes a bunch.
Yeah. It's like 2 ounces of meat each or something.
Yeah, these are like McNuggets.
Yep.
Pretty much tastier than McNuggets.
So good. It's like incredibly lean meat too. There's like no fat.
I thought you were going to say 2. I was way off.
Oh no, they're little bitty things. Like and when you cook them, they're even smaller.
So how do you not destroy the fucking meat then if it's such a like fragile small animal that you're shooting? How are you not like just wrecking?
He aims for the head.
Duck?
Oh, you mean when you shoot them?
Yeah.
So like you're shooting small pellets at them. This will mean nothing to you, but like 7.5 shot. They're very tiny, and it's a pattern.
Passes right through or something and doesn't.
They will pass right through, but sometimes you get one in your mouth when you're eating. You just spit those out. It's fine.
Wrap it in bacon and you swallow it.
Yeah, I mean you can eat them. Just don't eat too much. You don't eat a handful of lead, but if you eat a pellet here and there, you'll be okay.
Just don't bite as hard on the first bite.
Wait, you're eating lead and it's not a big deal?
A little lead, Woody.
If you swallow a couple lead shots, that's fine. You're not going to go crazy like the Romans did with their.
I'm going to fact check you with Destiny. See what he has to say about this.
About eating lead.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't eat the lead. I spat it out. I'm just saying, like, but if you did swallow it, it wouldn't be the end of the world.
It's a tiny little BB.
Yeah, you're going to pass that.
But I mean, how much lead is in a BB compared to a paint chip?
Well, see, the problem is the absorption, right? Over time.
Well, I mean, like
a one lead BB
On the
passing
surface
through
level, it
you.
sounds
The,
probably
the lead
realistic.
BB isn't going to dissolve inside of you, and like you're not going to fully absorb that.
Why
Like
are paint chips so more readily absorbable than pellets?
I think it's because
It feels like they
the
get
surface
stuck.
area.
kids were eating paint chips every day, not a little BB.
What dumb fucking kids! You thought they were dumb after the lead poisoning. Whew. You should have seen them before. That was. We all know that was no fucking Einstein. The first paint chip he ate off the wall.
Yeah, that's a good point. It's like a chicken and egg situation. It's like, he's retarded because he ate paint chips every day forever. And it's like, I don't know. They might cart before the horse here, perhaps.
Yeah.
It's not excusable like battery acid.
No, and I
Yeah.
mean, you
Turns out eating sand also makes kids retarded. Who knew? Look at that kid. Oh no.
food
We
item.
saw that kid eating handfuls of sand every day. Tested him. Sure enough, it was too late. The sand had gotten to him. You know, the same's true of cat shit. Yep. I caught my boy eating cat shit, and I tried to get it out of his mouth, but I guess it had already gotten to him. Retarded.
I mean, when I was little, and when I would get
27.